started a video about 2 months ago about my life story, and I got so emotional that I couldn't finish it. And so now I'm going back to finish it. After I got with my doctor and I got on the medications, life didn't get much better. I continued to be sick. I continued to have to go see doctors. I continued to gain weight. I continued to end up in the emergency room. And finally he told me, it got to a point where he said I couldn't exercise because it would make me so sick that he said, you're going to have to consider something else. And that's when he talked to me about weight loss surgery. And I was like, no, all I'd ever heard is that's the easy way out. That's how, people cheat and so on and so forth. And so he said, you need to go to this seminar. You need to look at it. And we need to at least go through the steps to see if this is something you really want to consider. Well, some of the first steps of doing this is going through a seminar, going through a few classes, listening to other people, and also a series of different doctors. You've got to go to a ear, nose, and throat doctor. You've got to do a sleep study. You've got to go through a nutritionist, a dietitian for 6-7 months, all these things. So I prayed about it, talked to my family about it, and nobody was really against it or really for it. They just wanted me to be healthy. So I started that journey. Starting out with the doctors, I went for my sleep apnea test, and they hook you up to all these machines, and they put you up to go to sleep, and you take these medicines. And it was an hour into a sleep study that they stopped, they woke me up, and they said, we're going to put you on emergency oxygen. And they said, the doctor's coming in. And I'm like, the doctor's coming in? They had to call the doctor in. I had stopped breathing in 1 hour over 80 times. My oxygen levels, I don't even remember now, I have it written down, had dropped so low. When I spoke with the doctor the next morning, she told me that I could die any moment in my sleep. That next day, they sent out an emergency team to set me up with a CPAP machine, and I've used it ever since. I've had it every single day. She told me never to not use it, that if I'm not using it, there could be a day that I don't wake up, because it was just that much, just that bad of the sleep apnea. She said she'd been practicing for 15 years, and I was the worst case that she had seen. So that was terrible. My endocrinologist was telling me that if I didn't make a significant change, that I was going to die. My dietitian, nutritionist, each week that I went to go see him, I was making small gains. And he was telling me the same thing, like, your knees are going to go out. You're going to have knee replacement surgery. You're not able to exercise as you're supposed to. Like, you need to make some significant changes, and you're not able to do this with the situation that you have. We were spending over $800 a month on medication for me. It was just exhausting financially. It was exhausting mentally. It was exhausting emotionally. And I just didn't feel like myself, and I felt like I was dying. I couldn't even finish the first video because I was so emotional about it. So, not to mention the biggest part for me, which is the most personal. Everybody, I got married within the last 3 years, and everybody's always like, oh, when are you going to have babies, and when you're going to have kids? And that's so personal. But that option was going away from me because I wasn't healthy enough to be able to carry kids. The medications that I was on, my doctors told me, you cannot have kids with this medication that you're on, and you may not ever be able to have kids. And you can't lose the amount of weight needed to be able to support having a healthy child. So once that was told to me, I knew that that's what I needed to do. So I made the decision to have weight loss surgery. I went through 7 months with the nutritionist. I worked my butt off. So for anybody that says that I took the easy way out, or anybody that's considering something like this, let me tell you something, that is not the easy way out. You have to make a lifestyle change. It is a lifestyle change. It is not something that you can just sit on. It is not something that you can just go get tipped and tucked, especially if you are scared of needles and doctors like I am. I just went for a follow-up yesterday and they took blood and I cried like I always do. So it has been a truly emotional roller coaster that we have been on, and it's now been 3 months since I've had weight loss surgery. Before I had weight loss surgery, before August 21st, I had lost 50 pounds by myself. I am happy to say now I am 4 pounds away from losing 100 pounds. I feel like a completely different person. I feel like I've gotten my life back. I have so much more energy. I don't take any diabetes medications at all. I just want you to think about that. I don't take any. The day after surgery, I'm sorry, it's just, God is good. God is so good. The day after surgery, my glucose levels were really high, and they gave me insulin the day after surgery. And since that day, I have not taken anything. Nothing. My A1C level has come down. I went from, on average, of a blood glucose level of 400, literally. When I was with my dietitian, it went down to 300 on average. Every once in a while, I would see a 200. And since surgery, it's between 80 and 90. The highest that it has been since surgery was 101. I've not taken anything. I'm no longer taking Invocana. I'm no longer taking any insulin. I'm no longer giving myself shots. I don't even have to check my blood sugar every day anymore. I do still check it at least once a week. I moved up to moved down to checking it once a week. I feel amazing. I feel like I got my life back, and I just went for my 3-month checkup 3 days ago, and with my dietitian and my primary doctor and with my surgeon, and they are all extremely excited about the progress that I've made. And God is good. God is good. I walk 2 miles a day. I am now doing weightlifting. I can do so much more. I have so much more energy. I feel alive. I feel healthy. I feel like the world is mine to conquer. I still have to watch what I eat. It is a lifestyle change. You know, I haven't eaten any carbs since a month before surgery. I've had no bread. I've had no rice. I've had no pasta. I've had no chips. Carbs are obviously in foods. So when I say, I guess I should say exactly what I said: breads, breads, pastas, rice, artificial sugars and things such as that. I don't eat any sugars. I drink water. Every once in a while I do Crystal Light. I get in all of my protein. I go to the classes that they have once a month for the meeting groups. I stay active, and it feels good. It feels good. I try to get 10,000 steps a day. I actually don't try. I achieve my goal every single day. I went through a period where I messed up my knee for about 2 weeks. And so since surgery, when I got out of surgery, I think there was 4 days after surgery, I started walking consistently, and I think I was able to get 400 steps on day 4. and I doubled it on day 5. I got 800 steps, and then on day 6 I got 1600 steps, and I doubled it and doubled it and doubled it every day until I got to 10,000 steps. Then from 10,000 steps I started doing a mile. That was my new goal. And then after I started doing a mile, I went up to 2 miles, and now I'm on 2 miles. And I did at one point go up to 12,000 steps, and I was doing it consistently, but I went back down to 10,000 steps after I messed up my knee, and I've started working out my body so that I can work on not having flabbiness and things like that. But I feel like this saved my life, and I was so worried about what people would say, how people would feel, what people would think. Here's the reality. I was dying. And so many people had so much to say. You know, you can do it this way. You should just exercise. You should just do that. I was doing those things, and it made no difference. I did exercise. I did eat healthy, and I was still dying. I still couldn't feel like myself. I still couldn't drag myself out of bed. I still felt terrible. And today, I can't explain how amazing I feel. I can't explain how I got my life back. I can't explain the excitement that I feel that my doctor has told me that in 6 months, it's extremely possible for me to have a child. I don't know when I'll post this video. I don't know if I ever will post this video, but it feels good to make it. It feels good to get my story out in some kind of way. It feels good to say that I feel like I'm alive. So, if you're listening, I appreciate it. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm going to, whenever I do get up the courage to press send, I'm going to share other videos that I've done along my journey. I have journaled, I have took videos, I have shared some of my problems. There were bumps along the road. It wasn't all grand. It wasn't amazing the whole time. But I have currently went from a size 3X to a 1X. So that's like amazing to me, and that's just what I check. I feel comfortable. I haven't checked my inches in a long time because I don't know, I still get scared, but I feel great, and I just wanted to say that I feel great.